AI is the only way to stay competitive in the global markets.
Today, I have the pleasure to welcome in the studio Reitenbach, which is CEO and co-founder of Gcore, a company which is now reaching 150 million annual recurring revenue in the AI highly competitive space. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
We hear more and more about you in Luxembourg and abroad, so I invited you to talk really about those trends. And my first question to you is, how can AI adoption secure Luxembourg's competitiveness?
The thing is, AI is the only way to stay competitive in the global markets. If we don't start as soon as possible to use AI to create the ecosystem and to adopt and leverage AI in all aspects of our life, if it's in government, it's in private, in public, in every aspect of the life, you think internet, but really soon also in physical AI, because AI going to appear in the form of robots and all kind of drones and automations, and we need to move really quick. Otherwise, others will do for us, and we will get less important in this ecosystem.
Yeah, and what's a bit counterintuitive is that AI is not new. Some professors could do some AI maybe 15 years ago, but the cost of AI was huge. It was millions of euros or dollars to buy the computers who were doing it. So now that it's accessible to everybody, my impression is that there's financing the infrastructure, and then there's developing the cases where you can use it. Is that right?
Exactly, and it's this important point that we start to participate at every layer of this complexity, because before you go on really in the end use cases, you need to build a foundation. And it's really important, this foundation, especially if you want to stay sovereign, if you want to have control about things happening, it's important that you also build the foundation in the country. And foundation starts not only with server, which is already pre-built in Luxembourg, and I hope that we're going to build more and more and build data centers here to build more, but as well have the people who are understanding how it's built, can manage it and are up to date with things, and also create a seed to build new talents who can and will run AI-enabled services, because AI probably not going to replace the people, but you definitely need people who understand how to use AI and how can use AI to enable, multiply the productivity of people and productivity by the end of the day of the country.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about NVIDIA right now. I think it just passed $5 trillion, but they're building the GPUs, they're doing the data center. Alone, it doesn't do much. You need software, you need people, and of course you need the connectivity.
Definitely, you need all of aspects of this infrastructure, because right now we are still in this training mode where the model's going to train. We see already cases where the models are executed, it's called inference, but really soon there will be agentic AI, where like exactly those agents, AI agents, going to live, let's say, live in this space using GPU to do stuff for us, execute on daily basis, and as well be productive for us 24/7. So you need these AI factories to be productive and to multiply the production.
Yeah, and we could compare this with the 18th century. We know that electricity already existed in the 18th century, but the light bulb, for example, came at the end of the 19th century. So for 100 years, you had this hype, but you did not have the use cases. And now we see the use cases everywhere, from light to computers, etc. So the question is, how can Gcore help Luxembourg basically become an emerging hub in Europe?
Well, Gcore is already quite long active in AI space. We started to build GPU clouds, not only with NVIDIA, already back in 21, but then ChatGPT appeared, and it was like a kicking moment where everything started to run fast. We started to partner with NVIDIA. We already knew how to build big clusters. We already knew how to build global infrastructure, because building GPU infrastructure is quite similar what we did in the past, but with higher density. Gcore is one of the champions, and recognized recently in semi-analysis as one of the top champions in the world who understand how to build and run AI use cases and support customers in this journey. But we also have a big talent pool of people who have collected the experience, and we attract more people to Luxembourg. So it's on us to make Luxembourg great in this space, and we are happy to do so, and we're looking forward to collaborate with local private companies as well with the government to make this better AI space.
Yeah, and you mentioned the early 2020, but Gcore was already active in 2014, I think.
Yes.
So you've got all these people working for more than a decade together, and so you've got this experienced team. Yes. with the knowledge to make it happen.
And we built already largest GPU cluster in Benelux back then, probably still the largest, and we have plans to build more and more. It's more the question if we can have enough space for the coming projects. We actively work on many activities. We are participating in AI Factory projects. We are part of the consortium in European countries, but as well in Middle East and also in US. We have global champions who are using our services, and we are right now more limited in capacity, and we're requiring and looking for more investments just to build more capacity. So we have a huge queue of customers who are waiting for resources.
Yeah, that's a bit the conundrum right now. It's easy for you to find clients, but you need the GPUs, and with people like Elon Musk and xAI buying so many of them, it's really a conundrum. How do I find enough GPUs so I can serve my clients and grow?
Yes.
So there's two main notions that come to mind, of course, today, which is, of course, sovereignty. And for me, as a Luxembourger, it's a matter of keeping Gcore in Luxembourg before you're acquired by some US company. That's a big threat. But the other thing is cybersecurity. The more we talk about AI, the more we realize that this intelligent technology can also be a big threat. So how can European companies become resilient against those AI threats?
First of all, it's important to start early. We still have time to prepare ourselves and to recognize the security threats, DDoS attacks, ransom attacks. You see what's happening right now in many countries where the whole private companies are threatened by those risk to lose the whole businesses. And we need to invest as soon as possible. You need to understand the security aspect, you need to understand the AI aspect, you need to be capable to connect infrastructure and all of those aspects to be capable to recognize and protect. I mean, we are already in this business in 2014 because we started in the gaming industry, and everyone knows the gaming industry is one of the most innovative ones, and we saw cybersecurity threats since 10 years, and we already learned how to deal with that, and it's important to connect the dots because AI gonna multiply the AI threats, and you need to use AI because people will never be capable to protect themselves. They need to AI to protect against those aspects. Mm-hmm. And I hope that we can also be one of the leading champions in Europe to go in this direction, and we actually are already working on that.
You're becoming also a cybersecurity company, and I'm glad to hear that, yes, AI is here, but it can do much more than just writing your emails. It can empower companies, generate a lot of growth. And so we hope that Gcore will continue to grow and that Luxembourg will become an AI hub for Luxembourg. I think you're doing next year an event for Gcore, yes, attracting specialists from all over the world to share their knowledge with the local population. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I wish you a lot of growth.
Thank you.